You know, I've noticed something recently, or I guess it's been said for years. I mean, in pretty much any industry you're in, you'll hear the old timers say, you know, this new generation just, they don't know what they're doing. They don't care. They won't listen to anything you try to teach them, and they think they know everything. You know, you hear that, and you hear it in every industry, and it's been going on. That's what the old timers say. So when you start saying those things, does that make you an old timer, or does that make you, or is it the truth? You know, a lot of things I do on YouTube and have done over the years have been, I don't know, I kind of think of them, and a lot of the viewers who've watched over the years have told me they see it as educational in one way or another. I hope that it's entertaining and it's fun to watch for those who watch and so on and so forth, but I also try to do a little bit of teaching when I show mistakes I've made and I learn from, also so that anyone else who's watching, you know, can learn from the same thing, you know, learn from my mistake, watch what I did where I fucked up, and then, you know, and if they're not truck drivers, they can recognize. But either way, it goes with something. It's also entertaining as well. I hope, anyway. But here recently, I don't know what it is about YouTube. The algorithm is with the shorts is totally different from like my long videos or my traveling man videos. It's like YouTube hates me. My viewership went down so bad that I just like, man, you know, like I put a lot of work in the others, but then I make these shorts and it goes crazy. And I've gotten so many responses on a lot of things, and it's from people who, you know, they defend the indefensible, like the something that cannot be defended. You know, like I put up this short today showing how this guy backed into me, and I just knew that there would be someone out there who would say something to defend the dummy. Now look, shit happens, yes, but that could have been prevented. That should not have happened. This guy backed into me. It could have been worse. I understand. It could have been way worse. But it could have been prevented as well. I'm glad he didn't rip my hood off or, you know, do any really, really serious damage, but he still scratched up the fairing back there, and he could have done a lot more, but you know, as some say, you got off lucky or whatever. Well, he was stupid. That was stupid. That was not an accident. I don't see it as an accident. That happened because he was stupid. There was a ton of parking. Guy out here getting garbage. Staring at me. Anyway, there was a ton of parking everywhere. And even the spot where he was going, he had a great big shot, and he could have straight lined back in there. And he had a co-driver, which I think he must have been in bed or something. So when I was walking around taking photos and stuff, I saw his co-driver in there, and I'm like, was he here? Was he sitting there when you're backing up? Oh, that's my co-driver. I was like, is he your trainer? Because I knew the guy. how it happened, this guy was obviously not, a seasoned driver. But you know that when it's on their damn rear view mirror, on their mirrors right here, most of these companies have that. It says, get out and look. Goal. Get out and look. And it was really odd. I was asleep. I was laying down. I just went to bed. I was so tired. And I remember looking at my phone and hanging it up and just like laying there. And then the next thing is I'm hearing something and the truck is shaking. And I jump up, and I used to stay dressed when I was in bed because something very, very similar happened, like, maybe about 12 years ago. Someone did that same thing. And I had a Peterbilt 389, and he hit my stack over here, the heat shield, and fucked it all up. And I've had a few guys hit me, and it's I'm thinking about it, and they always act like it's no big deal on their side, like, well, of course it's no big deal for you. You just hit my shit. And even when I was a company driver, I didn't own the truck, I still gave a shit. I took very good care of that truck, and nothing wrong with it until you decided to. Anyway, but I guess what I was getting at was other things like customs and courtesies while you're out on the road, or while you're in the truck stop, parking, trying to park somewhere, or you are parked, or you're at the fuel island. So many things I've brought up over the years, and there's always someone who defends it, and then will even put words in your mouth. They're saying you said this and that. I never said anything like that. I never mentioned anything like that. It's as if they have been like given so much shit that you now represent everybody who's given them shit. It's like, I didn't say anything about, like I've had guys say, just because you drive a Peterbilt and, just because someone drives a Cascadia doesn't make them not a truck driver. It's like, I never even fucking said that. I mean, look at me. I don't even drive a Peterbilt anymore. I'm still a motherfucking truck driver. I don't give a shit. It don't matter what kind of truck you drive. I know plenty of guys I see out here on the road driving one of these so-called super trucker trucks, and they ain't worth a fuck. And their attitude changes when they're in one of these trucks, and it's like, dude, maybe you ought to put a little shine on them tanks and get all them fuel stains off before you fucking start thinking you're better than me just because of the truck you drive. But that's not the point. There's different customs and courtesies you render to each other, But you have so many that are defending the wrong things and will give you shit. What makes you so much better than everybody else? It's not that I'm better. It's that I've been out here long enough. I've been out here for quite a while. Been out here longer than you. And I was taught by people who had been out here longer than me. And still being taught by those who've been out here longer than me. And when you come out here thinking you know everything, or, no one can teach you shit, that's why it is really going downhill, as they say, just like the video I made maybe a couple weeks ago about a truck passing me downhill. If the speed limit is 70 miles per hour and you are governed at 65 miles per hour and you use a hill to get the momentum to go 75, you are now exceeding the speed limit. And knowing damn good and well when you get to the bottom of that hill and you're passing the truck who is doing the speed limit 70 miles an hour, or even they're going faster than 65, and you know it because you ain't been able to pass them till you get to this hill, and now you're going to pass them going downhill, and you know you can't even get to the posted speed limit when that hill runs out. So now this guy's got to back out of it and stay behind. Someone will make the argument, well, you just tap your clutch and let them on by and just slow down, driver. Man, fuck you. Why are you making... That is the reason we have assholes like this. It's not what I should do. It's that dummy should have fucking maintained his speed and braked and jaked, all that, while going downhill, because he knows he ain't gonna be able to go. That is I don't even know how you can defend that. That is a rookie move, and it's a dickhead move. Knowing damn good and well you're not even gonna be able to go the speed limit once you get to the bottom of the hill. It's and people have a different definition of professionalism. For me, it's all the way around. You know, I know I got a potty mouth, but I don't go in talking to customers like that when I go in somewhere or whatever. And believe it or not, a lot of customers talk like I do in these videos or when I'm with friends or whatever. But I don't go in talking like that when I go somewhere to pick up or drop off. I don't talk like that when I'm out in the public with, lots of people around. I know I'm a professional, and I know a lot of professionals. I was taught by professionals, but they aren't the most clean cut and by no means Mr. Rogers at all. Been around a lot of rugged and very tough men and women who've helped me learn shit in this industry. And I've always been a listener, always listened. But this kind of shit that you see with social media a lot, and that's mainly where it is in social media, where you have so many that are eager to defend bad habits and things that are just wrong in this lifestyle. Because, face it, for a lot of people, man, this is a job. And the ones who defend that kind of shit, it's a job for them. That's it. They don't give a shit. And they should get the fuck out. I had a guy tell me a couple days ago, thanks to you, I took your advice and got the fuck out. Like, damn, all right. Good. That's good for both of us, for all of us. And so anyway, I don't know, I've been thinking about that a lot. We have way too many people who they're unteachable. They truly believe that they know more than anyone else, that they know best. They don't give a fuck about customs and courtesies. They don't care about nothing but themselves. It's all about them. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, never have said I'm perfect. And I'm just trying to pass along part of some traditions and customs and courtesies, and trying to educate those who will listen. And I think all of us should do that as we learn. As time goes by, we learn more and more because we see more and more. And those that are out there that think they know it all, they're out here for like... That guy who hit me yesterday had been driving for 6 weeks. And I didn't even lose my shit. I started to, but I wasn't dressed. I was asleep. I was in my underwear and I was trying to get dressed. And I used to stay dressed when I went to bed in case shit like that happened. But I've gotten more lax in recent years because this hadn't happened in a long time. But anyway, when the guy was looking at me, it was like a blank. Like, and he didn't run off or anything, so I couldn't throw a fit. But, and also, he ain't got a job no more. I mean, if he does, that's fucked. But I was kind of thinking, I calmed down more and more because the damage wasn't as bad as it could have been. But I'm really hoping the guy ain't got a job no more, because if every company lets that, every mega carrier lets that kind of stuff happen, that's why you get more and more that are terrible at this, doing these things, terrible at this, this job. And it gets worse and worse over time. They should be gone. That shouldn't have happened. It's preventable. And to me, it says they don't care, especially when there's all that room to do it and whatever. And that was a straight line back, man. Shit, I mean, and when you're that, I could go on and on, but I'm not. But that's where I am with all that. I guess I'm either getting old or it's just true. And in my eyes, it's true. A lot of these damn newbies out here think they know it all, and they're unteachable. Later.